Whoops, I can't see the screen. There we go. Hi, this is DH Dunn. And I think my camera is not correct here. That looks a little better. Hey, this is DH Dunn, and good evening, everyone. It's great to see everybody. Hey, Koru and Whisper, Lady Azhu, great to see you. Hey, fam, I love that we're fam. Burb is here. Great to see you, Burb. Teach is checking out the new emote. I'm actually reasonably happy with how that came out, actually. Victoria is here. Great to see everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. That's a very kind comment, uh, Koru. Every single one of my book covers is by the same artist. Her name is Marta Deck. She is a wonderful woman who lives in Poland, and she and I first connected with the cover for the Fifth Interdictor. At the time, I had done covers for Under Everest and Seas of Everest and Dragons of Everest, the first three books, with another artist. And I was looking to do the Fifth Interdictor, and she had made a pre-made, which is, people make covers and then they just sell them without having seen, so you just like kind of buy them, and they're generally less expensive than having a cover custom made. And I thought she just captured what I was looking for with the fifth perfectly, and so we started corresponding. And at the time, my original cover artist for Under Everest had stopped working, and so I had a fourth book, and I needed somebody to do the cover. And I was like, "Oh, I've worked with Marta, and she was already good." So I went to Marta and asked her to do book four. And the thing was, at the time, books one through three had covers that just showed a mountain, and I really wanted my main character on there. And so she found, and at the time, I'm like, I don't really think you're going to be able to find a model who looks enough like my main character. She's a kind of short, chunky Sherpa girl. Like, there's not going to be, um, it was important to me that we didn't use just like there's lots of stock photo models out there, but most of them, if they're Asian, they're Japanese, and Nima is decidedly not Japanese. She's not from that part of the world, and I wanted, and so actually the Under Everest cover and the other covers with Nima, that's actually one head and a different body, and in some cases different hands, and like there's multiple people there. So it's really hard because it was very important to me that A, she looked physically correct, B, she looked ethnically as close as I could get, and C, that she didn't look sexy. Like, that's not the vibe I'm going for with this character. And I think she did a fantastic job. So when the time came, when she had done books four through seven, she also did a standalone side book, Talons and Threads. I wanted her to go back and do um, books one through three and get Nima on the cover of all of those. And her book one, Nima, is my favorite of all of them. I think she did an amazing job. And Marta is just an absolute dream to work with. She's wonderful, wonderful, very strong, fierce woman. It's no one better to bring Nima to life than someone who is so much like her, kind and fierce at the same time. And I'm very lucky to have worked with her. I will sing Marta's praises everywhere I go. Um, the short story covers are not from Marta; those are all pre-mades. A lot of those are by the same guy, but I can't remember his name now. But Marta's wonderful, and it's kind of been a drag that I haven't really been able to do anything with her for about 6 months now. She did do covers for the sixth interdictor and the final interdictor, but I haven't written those books, so you can't see the covers. But she did do the fifth, and she did do all of them, and she brought Drew to life for book five. She brought Upala to life for book seven. She brought um, Lamu to life for book five. And so it was great to see all of those characters represented so wonderfully. But Nima is just, you know, I'll just wax philosophically here for a minute. All the other characters in the Ever series, I spent a long time kind of constructing them. but I always feel like I just found Nema. Like, I didn't make her, she was just already there, and I just got lucky enough to stumble across her, and I can honestly say, this is gonna sound crazy, but she has helped me. She's such a positive, fierce but positive person, and, there have been, points in the past several years where I've been thought I would think, "Well, what would Nema do?" That's usually the right thing to do, so, it's been pretty great. You know, I can't speak to why there's a whole bunch of reasons why the books are not successful. Um, certainly I don't have the budget to pump a lot of advertising dollars in, and nowadays for a self-published book, that's kind of the only way you can make a big splash is to put an enormous amount of money in. And I had already paid a lot of money for covers and editing and so there's that. I'm a starting writer, so there's probably some stylistic issues or whatever, and I can't ignore the fact that there's a lot of people who like to read fantasy fiction who don't want adventure in it, and vice versa, and then a lot of those readers, frankly, don't want that character. They would much rather Indiana Jones. They wanna see the adventures of the amazing dude, and I got nothing wrong with the Adventures of the Amazing Dude, but there's a lot of those already, and I really wanted to write something different. And anybody who knows Himalayan climbing history knows you cannot tell a story about Everest without having a Sherpa as your main character. Like, it just would be wrong. So, a very long diatribe on a comment. I apologize, but I'm very passionate about those books. So the reason you have points back is I refunded everybody their Dunn-loper points because I'm doing it, so you don't need to. I use Storygraph to track my reading. One of my biggest moods is adventure, and my biggest genre is fantasy. I always say that Under Everest is Indiana Jones, but with a female main character, a diverse cast, and more magic. Um, that's basically what I write. So while I write fantasy, I don't write epic fantasy. I don't write nations fighting with nations. I'm not interested in that. Even Lord of the Rings is a little different because there's a very personal scale. But I'm really interested in people, and usually almost all of my books take place across the course of like a week. Like I'm more interested in a person and their growth, and I'm more interested in what's going on in their head. And another thing that was tremendously important to me was to write a male-female friendship. And Drew and Nema's friendship is something I'm very, very proud of. And it's funny, people immediately started shipping them, and I'm like, the whole point is for them to not be shipped. They literally call each other big brother and little sister. What are you doing? But people gonna ship. There's really nothing you can do to prevent that. But I'm very proud of those books, and I am always happy to. Oh, thank you, Whisper. That's so so kind of you. Um, I'm always happy to provide copies to anybody who wants them. So you don't have to pay for anything. But when you don't have, when you try a thing, and there's so many reasons why it didn't, many potential reasons why it might not succeed. And I think Koru might understand this. Um, when you are trying something artistic and you don't get a strong response, and I know like Whisper put some stuff up on Royal Road last year, like when you put something that's creative of your own out there, and the world does not necessarily embrace it, and there's a lot of reasons why it might not have been embraced, then you don't know, You don't know. Is it because I suck? Is it because I'm just not a good writer? Is it because my style is bad? Is it my covers? Is it that I didn't spend enough money on marketing? Did I just not hit the zeitgeist? Is this just a story that not many people wanted? You don't know. You don't know. So having Shadow Alley buy my novel this year was a nice bit of validation, to say, okay, well, maybe, the jury's still out as to whether I'm a good writer, but at least I'm a good storyteller. I do believe in that. So We'll see. I got a sign over there. You can't see it, but it's by where I do a lot of my writing, and it says that if your story is sincere enough, then nothing is cheesy. I like cheesy stories. I like big-hearted people. I like the good guys winning in the end. Like, I like all of that. So, yeah, Whisper, I've realized that Royal Road, you're better off finishing your book and then putting it on there, chapter, 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 chapter. I think that's probably the better way to do it. I can't write fast enough for Royal Road. I agree with you. Shadow Alley wants to put one more turn on Royal Road, but I basically have said, let me finish it first, and then you can put it on there. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. I was thinking about our run last night, and I was in Kat's stream today, and it really got me thinking that what I would like to do is do things I haven't done, and not just kind of treat interloper runs as this precious thing where like, oh, I don't want to take any risks. I don't want to take any chances. Like, I'd like to be a little riskier tonight, and I would like to get into Pleasant Valley. I think Pleasant Valley is a zone that I know a little, but not a lot. I think there's a lot more that I could learn there. Excuse me. I didn't necessarily think that doing that in Interloper was the right thing to do, but what the hell? Hey, Dunn, may I recommend you try doing the Fateful Cartographer locations in PV? That's a good thing to recommend. Absolutely. Whisper really only put it. It's episodic. Yep. Put it on there to share with the community more easily. Absolutely. Same thing for me at this point, Whisper. That would be a challenge that takes you around the map. Sure, I can absolutely look into it. So, I don't think there's a whole lot else to talk about. I think I am ready to. Oh, the one other thing which is weird. Okay, two things. All right, actually. First, the four hobbits have hobbit roles on Zaknafein's Discord, and that's pretty freaking great. I think that's fantastic. And the second thing is that I went to look at my YouTube stats this morning, and the best of July video has had like 250 views and 20 something likes. And I don't really understand why that happened. Most of my other YouTube videos will get 10 views, and then it went up like another 50 during the day. Yeah. So I don't know whether somebody just accidentally has it on loop and it's just keep playing. But I'm confused. I'm like, maybe like Zach, did he tweet it out or something? But no, he didn't. I don't know why that's happening, but it's interesting. I did share it on his Discord, but I don't really think that's gonna result in maybe. I don't know. I don't know how many people are on his Discord. Maybe his Discord's bigger than I thought. But anyway, I thought that was neat. And again, all of these things, you guys are the DH Dunn channel. These are all your accomplishments too. None of this is just me. Like, this doesn't happen in a vacuum. Like, this is very much a collaborative jam that we're doing here. So I want to again thank you guys for jamming with me. Well done. All right. Why don't we get into it? I've been in a babbling mood today for some reason. I'm just blathering away. Let's get into it. And yep, so there's a new emote for you to find, and there is a new channel point redeem for you to find. So you can go look for that while we do the intro. So let's go. All right, here we go. Yep, you guys found the Bork. And, come on, OBS. Get with the program here. There we go. There we go. Hey, LD is here and Dracolair is here. Hey guys, you need a gun slinger redeem. Not sure what it should be. Oh, that's a good suggestion. When position, you got to come up with the other half of that though. What's the gun slinger? What does that do? All right, let's get into survival mode. Hey LD, it's great to see you. How are you, sir? And how are you, Dracolair? Thank you for coming by. All right, so as usual, we got all kinds of problems. I think one of my major issues, as I remember, is the lack of a sewing kit. 25% complete. The Dunn reading challenge. I'm proud of this. Where am I? Okay, hang on. Let's find out what time it is. Okay. What's our food situation? Decent. I'm going to eat those crackers, even though I know that's like sacrilege. It's a trailer of disappointment. That's the mark. The mark of disappointment right there. We do have water, thank goodness. Got some sodies. Take one of those. Trailer of disappointment. We are on the road to nowhere. So, the one problem is the cold. Do I just hang out here for... Wait, rather than hang out for an hour, I should sleep for an hour. Maybe even 2 hours. That way I'll warm up nicely. I'm going to get back to the garage, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. Screw this place. I'm not even going to get the saplings. Just screw it. We're out. We're done with this. Let's see. Draco is doing pretty well. Had fun today with Sea of Thieves. One friend that kept finding treasure we didn't have maps for. That's cool. Just got home from work, LD. Nice. I hope you had a good day at work. I finished a good day of writing. Didn't comment on it, but you can see I'm over 60. I'm at basically 62.5 on one more turn, so I'm happy about that. Sea of Thieves, a very popular game. And yes, we have one of the former community managers, I believe. Tell me if I'm saying your title wrong, Whisper, but Whisper used to be affiliated with the Sea of Thieves team. That's Lady Azhu. I always call her Whisper. That's her other name. She is Whisper the Lightbringer. I should go check this cave out. Thank you for contributing to the Winter Mute Challenge. That will be interesting. Ooh, mushrooms. Oh, Draco knows you. Oh, that's right. That's right, I forgot. Now, I think I set up the sound alerts incorrectly because I don't think I heard that. So I wouldn't waste your... I tested it. I thought it would work, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I wouldn't spend your channel points on that. I am sorry. There was really no way for me to know until I got live whether they actually worked. Seems like they don't. Now, I do have a lantern. How much coal am I carrying? 17 coal. You could certainly make the argument I don't need to pick up any coal right now and I should leave this coal here. Is that what a smart person would do? I don't know. I've never known a smart person.
This'll come in handy.
I mean, will it though? I guess so. Don't extinguish that. Astrid, do you think you could walk a little faster? We do kind of have stuff going on here. I feel wrong not picking up that coal, though. I always get stuck on that rock every single time I come here. I feel like I should be finding a stem on top of one of these. But instead, all I found was a candy bar. Thanks for nothing. Alright, I don't want to use a torch in here, so hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Nothing in here. Anything over here? No. Careful not to scrape yourself on those sharp metal there. Bent. Alright, I'll take 1 coal. Candy's good, but you know, it's not a stim. Yeah, we don't want tetanus. Has anyone ever had a tetanus shot? I don't think I have. I think they're supposed to hurt a lot. Really, Astrid? You've had at least 2. Wow. Alright, well we can put that away. Fortunately, we're facing the right direction. I don't need it. So my plan is to get back to the gas station, settle ourselves, and just get out of here. I think I know how to get to Pleasant Valley. Pretty common shot. I remember when I got my penicillin shot in the Navy. And, that hurt. I remember that hurting. Nice shot in the ass. Felt like a frickin' golf ball in there. Anthrax, maybe. Getting my 3-year-old flu shot next week, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's always tough. The little ones get so upset about the shots.
A resplendent offering.
Oh, LD. You don't need to do that, sir, but thank you so much. That's so kind of you. LD is amazing as always. LD comes to change the tide.
How quickly the tide turns.
That's right there, ancestor. LD, you're so incredibly kind, you're so incredibly supportive. Every channel I go to, if I look at the top for the gifted subs, it's always LD. So incredibly kind. What is it about the game, LD? That's a question for your podcast, which I'm very excited to be part of. But I want to ask you a question in the podcast. I want to know, what is it about this game that, you know, speaks to you? It seems like it speaks to you in a way that no other game does. Love. Oh, I'm on top of yours, Koru? Okay, well, almost all of them then. I'm like the poor man's LD. Pretty much across the board. I can't cook. I'm not good at the game. And I don't give out as many subs. But like I've said this before, I think you are just absolutely the heart of the community. Answer when the time comes. And so entertaining a streamer. If we haven't shouted out LD, can we shout him out, please? An incredibly entertaining streamer. Again, similar to me. You need to clean out the wild... And I didn't mean that I'm an entertaining streamer. Where I was going with that was that LD talks a lot like I do. He's a good chatterbox. I always be chatting. Dunn, you need to clear out the wild. Go Moosey. I have never killed a moose, but I do have the revolver. I don't think the revolver does much to the moose. Now, I predict I'm going to be able to walk into the gas station without even using a torch. LD is great for chats. LD is the kind of stream that you can put on while you're doing something else. And just listen, you know? Dunn and chatty LD fans, hey there, Street Dog. Thank you for coming in. Great to see you. Street Dog, many people suspect is actually Raph. Incredibly knowledgeable. LD acknowledges and enjoys all his chats too. Absolutely, yes. LD is like a talk show, which is why it's great that he's doing a podcast, because he already is like, you know, it's like Conan or David Letterman or something. LD is like a talk show. You know, it's the long dark, forever after dark. Super welcoming. Yep. I can neither confirm or deny. Bork. Don't waste your points on Bork. I don't think it works. Actually, can someone wait? Someone who has a lot of points, can you waste it on Bork? Just to confirm it doesn't work. Sometimes I never shut up. Yep, same. I hear nothing. You guys hear it. I don't hear it. So it's just a problem of me not hearing it, which is kind of the whole point of it. So that is a problem.
Carry this load for much longer.
You guys may be like, "Wow, that really doesn't bother Dave. He's pretty chill." All right, so I need to leave this place. What do I want to bring with me? Everything, of course. I would very much like to make a mega torch, but I don't think we have. I don't think we have enough oil. Okay, we're down to 18 matches. That's very important to keep an eye on. Yes, I need to go through all our goodies. Just harvest this thing. I'm going to pretend Cats was sitting on my shoulder, judging my actions. I'm not bringing 3 crowbars. So let's start. Don't look at the whole main thing. Let's start by category. Go through it one at a time. I'm not dropping any of my coal. I don't care. I don't care. Harvesting underwear again. Yes, I'm very anti-underwear for some reason. 25 sticks. I mean, that's the bare minimum. We do have 1 stem, so that's good. We have a couple books. Don't really need this one. This one is the firearm. Well, that's the rifle firearm skill. We don't need that one either. Okay, so we could drop both of those. This is all fine. Harvest these mittens. What I don't have, and it's killing me. It's killing me. I don't know that I want to harvest these mittens, actually. I don't have a sewing kit, and that is killing me. I don't have good shoes either. But you know what? Pleasant Valley is going to have to provide, because I refuse to stay in this zone. I will not stay. You know we're going to find more frickin' spray cans. So do I just want to leave, or do I want to... I'm not going to carry around 1 frickin' piece of scrap metal. Do I want to rest first and then leave? Let's look at our stats. We don't have a bedroll. So I got to think about that. Got to think about that. Do you have any guts or metal? Nope. Can make a fishing line for sewing. I don't have any guts. I guess I could keep the scrap metal. I mean, we're only on day probably 3. Yeah, 3. Day 3. Or if you find a line by one of the huts by the bench, nope, we're not going anywhere near that. We're leaving. We are basically respawning. We are abandoning this zone immediately. Immediately? How many torches do I have? 1. Okay, maybe not immediately. I got to think about that. Have a drink. Book on sewing, but no sewing kit. Yeah, I know. It's quite frustrating. Okay. My brain is really frazzled tonight for some reason. What was I thinking of? Torches. Right. Can I craft one? No. I can't because I don't have any lamp oil. All right. We've checked everything. We went through all this. We looked down here. Yep. This place sucks, I'm leaving. Whatever, if we die, we die. Ironically, you can get lamp oil from fish. I think I might have idea what I'm going to do for incentives for 12 Days of India. I can't disclose it, though. It would ruin the surprise. That is exciting. Whisper, I guess we'll have to wait and see. A good idea has dawned on you. I will never do those jelly bean things, that's for sure. Never will I do those. I do want these sticks. No, I have 25 sticks. I don't need them. We're just leaving. Did I see it? What bear? Nope, that was just me. Long Dark forever. Thank you, Lurk, because I'm hungry. All right, LD, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for all that you do. And absolutely thank you for the gifted subs. I'm on the road to the left of the cars. You tried them last year, but you got lucky getting the good ones. Ugh, I will not do it. Now I do think I heard something. It sounds bearish.
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna.
Sounds very bear-esque. Yep, he's down there. I see him. Good ears, guys. Really good ears. All right, well, good. That means he's there. If he's there, he's not here. What's up, dude? I don't have time for your crap, okay? Oh, showing off, huh? Clever girl. Good ears, though. Very good ears. If I haven't been to the fire tower, so I definitely want to check that on my way out, if I can remember how to get there, which is definitely questionable. It's nice weather. That's helping. Herb should play this game sometimes, maybe. Ooh, little shade there. I bet you'll find another gun at the tower just to spite me. Hey, Jem. Good to see you. How are you tonight? Thank you for coming out. Oh, you just mean she's great at it. So Katz gave me some guff today about saying that I'm dying when I'm at 80% health. I believe she's painting the picture of me as a drama queen, and I really can't deny. Yeah, those AI-generated portraits, Whisper, are amazing. It's kind of creepy and scary how good they are. I'm not sure I like it. Just got back from Meet the Teacher. Uh-oh. I miss it. I've been sweating my booty off, moving everything from my husband's dorm. The movers back on Thursday. I do want to play Dunn-loper, though. Why play Dunn-loper? Play Dunn-loper. So, I think the new rules of Dunn-loper is you're not allowed to go to Mystery Lake. I forgot I decided this. You can't go to Mystery Lake. You can travel through it, but you can't stay there. I love it when the sun does this. That's so pretty. Wasn't me. Yeah, Winquisition. Whisper has put up, or Lady Azhu has put up a whole bunch of AI-generated portraits. They are in my Discord. They are quite cool. I refuse to use a match in here. I think I will go Dunn-loper, actually, because if I have the rifle, I'll be too tempted to use it. I can give you the code. I should just put the code in the Discord. But yeah, I want part of the official Dunn-loper rules to be that you can't go to Mystery Lake, because I spend too much time there. Now, I can't get up that, I checked that. I can't get up that rope. I really don't think I can. But I could just try keep walking. Let's eat something because I'm trying to sneak into well-fed. Hey, it was swimming, and then you realized it was done time and ran faster than I've ever moved in my life. Well, I'm flattered, but swimming is pretty great. So, yeah, I guess I gotta go this way and then go up. I was trying to say before changing my mind that seeing my characters like that is blowing my mind. Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you here, Devious. Thank you for coming out. How was swimming? Last stream before you have to leave for camp for a week. Okay, well, we will miss you. Oh, this is the bear's cave. Not much of a cave, dude. More like a little alcove. Oh,
I could eat
boy.
a horse.
Here comes trouble. Pork. Hang on, dude. Let me get the right thing out. Wow, this torch sucks. I guess we're gonna use it. Come here, dude. Hurry up before my... Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, on one hand, this means I really need to make a fire. On the other hand, I don't want to run into the bear. But if I don't make something soon, I'm going to lose this match. Aw, man. Hurry up, hurry up. Astrid, hurry up. Right there. Magic pixel, go. Oh my god, go. Start. I have slept in that cave, not realized I was new, and came back and woke up next to the bear. Oh my gosh. Was he asleep? Sleepaway camp, no electronics for 5 days. Devious, I would die. That would be the end of me. Okay, all I want to do, have some fun. I get the feeling I'm not the only one. But actually all I want to do is make torches. But maybe we'll put, maybe we'll make some tea. Yeah. Give me cooking. Oh, wait, I bet I can't make tea. Right, I get it, I get it. All right, hang on. Don't worry, I'll stop being a moron here in about 2 seconds. Okay, can we... Oh, those are prepared. I can make a tea. You can. There we go. Kinda sad because your streams are what I look forward to before going to bed. Oh, that's nice. Dave the Rapper. You know, I've been known to you know, drop a verse every now and then. I think my flow is non-zero. No, none of this is true. Should I wait for this to be done? Probably. Take that. Oh, did I? Oh, hang on. Woof. Almost lost you there, little buddy. We're deploying the teas. Stick to writing, says Teach. I can't argue with you. Let's make one more. Yeah, we'll do the resheet. Jiggle your teeth, kids. You gotta take care of your horn, boy. Wash it every day. That's an MST reference, but no one will get it, so it just sounds like I'm saying something insane. Typing on your iPhone is obnoxious. Got a Navy story. I actually do. I was ready for this. I just have to decide which one. So, let me think about that for a second. Once I get on the road again, I will give you the Navy story. Let's see. So, yeah, give me torches, please. Devious has wisely learned to ask first before spending the money. That's good. On the road again. I'm just gonna take it. Take it. Take it. I'm not even gonna drink it. Now, I am a bit disoriented. That's where I want to go. There we go. And yep, I know this jerk is up here. So, you know, Fallout 76 ruined country roads for me. Can, thank you, Sirocco. Thank you, Sirocco. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad about the can. I am the worst about the can. Jeepers. I'd forget my own head if it wasn't attached to my body.
Stand a lot, 'cause I love horses.
All right. So here's my Navy story. So I was in A school, right? So when I'm in A school, that means I had just turned 18. I was just out of boot camp, and I was learning how to be a radio man. And that's a good Navy story in itself, how I ended up being a radio man in the Navy, but I won't tell that story right now. And there was a volunteer sheet to come in on Saturday and do tutoring for inner city high school kids. And I had never done anything like that before. And to be honest, I can't tell you why I signed up for it. But I did. There's a wolf up there. And I ended up working with this girl from the, you know, kind of one of the less advantaged neighborhoods of San Diego. And it was an incredibly eye-opening experience. And I really had never done anything kind of like community service-wise before. And it had a profound effect on me. I hope I ended up teaching her some math. Whoa, hey, dude. You weren't the wolf I thought you were. Be careful or I'll shoot. That was shocking. Because the other guy's over here. And so it was just an interesting moment for me of learning that you can give your time to someone else, and yet somehow it can benefit you. And I hadn't really had that modeled for me much as a teen, and it affected me. And that's my Navy story. Yeah, that Bork definitely got me. So, not a lot of Navy to that story, but it's another side thing that I think is common in the military, is the military does give you a lot of opportunity for service. People say, you know, thank you for your service, and I always get a little uncomfortable with thank you for your service, which is, everybody has their own responses to that. I know a lot of other vets that I talk to also have, it's a complicated thing being in the military. I think Burb can probably agree with me on that. And, but that's the kind of service I didn't think about. Community service. You know, in a weird, tiny little way, I helped make someone else's life a little bit better, and that made me feel better. So, interesting lesson for an 18-year-old to pick up. Thank you for your support. It's great. I'm never upset when people say it to me, because I understand the sentiment. I know why they're saying it. I think I am not going the right way. I'm just going to say that now, but we'll find out. Oh boy, this is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. Okay, now all I want is a trailer. And I have no idea where one is. It is a beautiful sky. Not gonna argue that point. If this was the fire tower, on the other hand, I think it might be. Yep, it is. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're able to sign up for stuff like that at our port stops. Yeah, then I did it more. Like, that's a deer. I did it more often after that. Aw, that's so sad. Whew, we lucked out here. There's even a bed here. Glowing red skies at a forest fire. Can there be forest fires with all the snow? U.S. is the only place I've traveled where servicemen and women get applauded as they leave the plane. That's true. It's a complicated thing, being in the military. You know, I don't think it's always just one emotion. I was always incredibly proud. I still am.
Always making my head feel big.
I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of why we were there. But, like, when people would send us letters and stuff during the Gulf War, like, you know, you are such a hero and stuff, I would be thinking, okay, like, I do think this is wrong. I think we should be stopping this person. On the other hand, I had to leave my 3-month-old behind, and I kind of wish I was with him. I don't know that I feel like a hero. You know, it was complicated.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
What do you got for me?
Rank up.
Oh my
Hold
goodness.
the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Cool Blade 1975. Thank you so much for the raid.
Bruise.
Strats with a Squatch. With all the great usernames here. Strats with a Squatch. Thank you very, very much for the follow. Packer Backer, are you coming in with this raid? Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. The lore is geomagnetic tomfoolery messing with the environment, hence the aggressive wildlife. Yeah, that's right. We got raided. Thank you. Can we give a shout out, please, to Cool Blade 1975? Love the username. Love both the usernames. Strats with Squatch. Astrid, you're being rude. Okay, we have guests. Astrid, we'll get to you. Thank you for doing that shout out. So great to see you, Cool Blade. So I guess a Winquisition has worked with you before. That's great. You were playing Grounded. Ooh, Grounded. That's a game I've been interested in. Oh, hello. No, not this. I don't care about that. No, I don't care about that. This.
I'll take it.
Yes. Oh, we have the actual gun now. We don't always have to play that for the. We can put the gun out. Oh, thank goodness I'm saved the book. Yeah! There we go. She's so needy. How am I doing, DH Dunn? Run going well? So far. Oh, you started with Grounded, but then went to TLD. It's bad luck not to take all the notes, says Raph. I mean, Street Dog. I guess I'll take them. They don't weigh anything, right? We're staying here anyway. I recommended you mainly because I wanted to see some revolver blasting. This is the house that I tested this in. So, hang on. It was right on this wall right here. This wall right here. I blasted the wall. I put a couple shots into it, right? And then I went, like, do another zone and everything, and then came back, and they're all still there. So they stay in the game, which I think is great. Oh, excuse me, freezing. I miss working with the Grounded team. Oh, Whisper, you worked with them too. Awesome. Help with their customer support. Absolutely awesome people. He showed off his girlfriend's Grounded setup. That's cool. The waste on display here is disturbing. The bullets are for entertainment purposes. That's why God made them. That's why the Long Dark gods made the bullets, was so that I could have fun with them. All right, so this run is Dunn-loper. So basically, Dunn-loper is Interloper with the Revolver. The Revolver is here for pure comedy purposes. I've scared off a few wolves with it, but you know, I'm not going to go take down a moose or anything. We spawned in Desolation Point. We went to Coastal Highway. And then I decided I don't want to be in Coastal Highway anymore. I've been here too much. So I'm headed to Pleasant Valley if I can figure out how to get there. I'm a reasonably new Long Dark player. For those, who haven't run into the Dunn experience before, I try to balance gameplay with entertainment and chat. So, you're not going to be picking up any high-level strats here. There's a ton of stuff in the game I haven't even done. But I love this game. I'm having an absolute blast with it. And with all of you. I can't break that down because I don't have a hatchet. And I'm never going to find one, I remember. In Interloper, you have to make it. Alright, so I'm going to try to get enough food to sleep. I'm still trying to sneak in. Oh, the other Dunn-loper requirement is I cannot go to Mystery Lake because I've spent too much time there. I can pass through it, but I can't stay in it. Question for the wise TLD players in here. Do sticks despawn indoors? Interesting. I don't know. Someone will know. Alright, we're gonna sleep after I drink. Have a sody. I didn't think they did. Go 10. Go 10 or go home. I have had 2 pure Interloper runs. First one lasted 21 days. Second one lasted 22 days. Then we moved to this. It looks incredibly windy outside.
Can you eat
which
trees?
I'm not happy about. Because I only have the 1 flare. It's not super cold, though. You know what? I think I'm just going to go. Let's just go. Oh, it is super cold. What a bunch of jerks. They faked me out with the upstairs cold. The hell with it. Days of wasting. Do I have any torches? No guns in the fire tower there, Koru, so you don't have to be mad. Very happy to get the matches, though. That's great. That's fantastic. I want to do a silly challenge. I want to fill Great Mother's house with sticks. That's hilarious. I love that idea. My dopey idea that I really want to try is next to the dam, there's that fenced-in area right outside the dam, and you can open the gate and shut the gate. And I want to lead a wolf in there and then walk all the way around the perimeter so that I get back to the gate door and then leave and trap him in there. And then see if I can get a second wolf in there. And see if I can, like, collect wolves and put them in the pen of the Carter Dam. Wolves can glitch inside that area. Well, this is my surprised face, I guess. Yeah, that seems likely. Maybe the Blackrock vest. Never been to Blackrock. I really want to find the backpack. I've never seen the backpack. I know it's in Ash Canyon. Don't tell me where it is, please. But through people talking, I have determined it is in Ash Canyon. But I don't know where. I don't even know what it looks like. All right, here's my route to Pleasant Valley, so I'm happy about that. I am voiceless. Is your voice still out, Koru? That's got to be really frustrating. I'm
so
sorry
cold.
to hear that. Is that still from the ballet?
I'll lay down for a bit.
Thank you, Strats. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the follow if I didn't thank you. I probably did, but sometimes I forget things. There was a card in Hearthstone used to say that. It was like old priest or something, and I've always liked it. Sometimes I forget things.
Our community.
Oh,
grows.
cool, Blade. Thank you very, very much for the follow. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so, so much. I'm suddenly curious what would happen if we managed to fill a house completely with sticks. Yes. Bye-bye, Coastal Highway. I think it's laryngitis, a continuation of all these winter bugs have been on and off for weeks. You know, I don't want to ask the question. I just worried that, you know, it was the thing. I'm hoping it's not the thing. This is cloth. I cannot believe how desperate I am for sewing kit. I have never been sewing deprived before.
horse.
I'm gonna have to light this.
Let's stand a lot because I love horses.
Astrid, you said that like 2 minutes ago. Get some new material, okay? I actually am not gonna pick up coal. I'm gonna leave all the coal because oh my goodness. Thank the Lord. I kinda wanna make a hat, but I'll wait till I have a fire going to do it. How much coal do I have now? I think I've got like 20 coal. 18. I don't want to bring any more. I'm just going to leave all of it. I'll remember that I didn't take any. We test a lot as my husband cannot take his employment due to high risk, so we test a lot. All right, that's good, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I worry. I'm a worrier. Whenever anybody who's usually at the stream doesn't show up for a while, I worry about them. Oh, thank you so much for the lurk, Full Blade, and for the raid, and it's wonderful to meet you. I hope we'll see you again. I'll come check you. Oh, let me give you a follow too. Fix this right now. There's the follow. There we go. Oh, little hidden simple tools. There was nothing in that frickin' test, huh? A test in that first aid kit. Why do you make this so maze-like? Well, okay, so that I can have a lantern. I wonder if I could take the oil out of the lantern. I think I can. Yes, pretty sure I can. Abby, yeah, thank you. They make it maze-like so your torch runs out. Absolutely, the jerks. Last torch. My current Loper run is now my longest at 209 days. How did I meet my previous record of 183? Avoid Pleasant Valley like the plague. Even venturing into Timberwolf zones to get me low in condition, the gear was worth it at least. I see, Huguru. Well, I'm actually going to Pleasant Valley on purpose, mostly because I'm trying to make myself learn zones. I haven't been there much. That's an amazing run. Amazing accomplishments there. So I recognize this will probably kill me. Life will go on. Well, not for Astrid, but for the next Astrid.
What have we here?
TV is a nightmare to learn zones on. Yeah, I've seen this. Take that anyway so that we can get the stick from it. More coal. So much coal. The best coal. Everybody's saying it. Right? In fact, I don't even really know where do I know where this comes out? Yes, actually, I think I do. You lost 183 in Pleasant Valley, so you just have trust issues. I get that. Hey, dude. Take that torch, dude. I bet that's a mega torch. They usually are. No, we're not ready yet. It's a good play for loot, and 6-slot stoves are always a plus. Winter Mute will help out eventually, yes. Oh, I gotta go get that. That was probably too soon. Mega Torch. Outstanding. All hail Mega Torch. If I remember to use this stove, that's a good point, Burb. I might just use the fireplace despite the fact that the stove is there, and I might do that in front of like 50 people, including Zaknafein and Long Dark Forever. And that might, oh, you know what? He's going to feature that in his freaking video too. You know he is. And not only did he ignore the feathers, watch as Dunn ignores the 6-burner stove, instead using the fireplace. Why is he doing it? We don't know. I guess this is why he faded into the long dark.
Good.
No point using the 6 spot if you only have 2 cans. Oh, and I lost my freaking well-fed shot because I wasn't paying attention. It'd be hilarious if Perseverance Mills was like Innsmouth in Astrid's case and contains an idol to summon Cthulhu. I think, ooh, look at this. More matches. I want it to be a place where tides are relevant. I want it to be a place where there are certain areas that you can access depending on whether the tide is high or low. Okay, well at this point I feel good about just doing it. Having not played Wintermute episode 4, venturing into Blackrock Blind was very much an experience. First day got down to 16%, used 3 bandages, had my rabbit gear hit 40%. Okay, wait a minute, hang on, before we do this. Just a minute. Yeah, I want another coastal zone with really aggressive tides. And I'd like to see that. I'd like to see there be an island or something that you can only reach when the tide is low. I wanted to craft. I wanted to make a head wrap, finally. Oh my goodness. We have needed this so badly. Oh, well, we did get the scarf too, but that just happened. There you go, Astrid. Maybe we'll find you something better. Maybe we can find the plane crash. I don't always know how to get there. No spoilers, but that mine bit scared me. I've heard about the poison gas mine. You do hear things when you go to other streams. So, yeah, I've heard about that. Eating pineapple is good for the voice. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Alright, well, we should be able to head down to Pleasantville. Take a left at the bottom of this hill here. What are we covering the Vavian today, Koru? That's a good question. To drink a lot of pineapple juice. That's interesting, because I find pineapple juice to be very gritty. I love pineapple juice, but I'm surprised it's good for singing. The head wrap reminds me of Daniel Boone's hat. Yeah, I agree. It does look like that. How many people even know who Daniel Boone is anymore? Not as bad as hearing a wolf attacking at night in Ash Canyon. I screamed and threw a torch and hid in a cabin. She's on shepherd's pie puree. That sounds horrifying. How's the run going? Hey, Tuna. Health looks good. Yep. I'm doing the reverse of our runs, Tuna. I'm going into Pleasant Valley instead of leaving it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy for a baby. That's cool. As a singer, pineapple causes an allergic reaction for me. I get bumps in my mouth. Are you a singer too, Street? Wow. Man of many talents.
Sure getting cold.
Yeah, I know, Astrid. Not really going to be able to prevent that. Lamb and potato, carrots, kumara, and peas. But what is kumara? People say this game ain't scary, but sometimes it catches you off guard and your fight or flight kicks in. Absolutely. Alright, I want to eat quickly. Just anything. I don't want to have temperature damage, and I just don't want 2 things at the same time. It's probably going to happen anyway. Now that I think about it, I wonder if I should stop and heat up. It's not tremendously cold. I might be able to heat up without using coal. Let's do that. Now that I think about it. Can you do these bushes here? No, not in this place. Okay.
Too cold.
Yeah,
To
okay.
think.
All right, Astrid. All right. But it would have been nice not to lose well-fed, but I lost it. Well, I never got it. Like, I never got there. Hey, Astrid. Can we do... Do we have the mag lens? I forget if we have it. No, we don't. Okay, hang on. Bring back Mega Torch. Nope, that's Mega Flare. That's Mega Lantern. There we go, Mega Torch. Okay. Now, I do think that Cats and Blades both feel that I'm too afraid of getting cold. And yet it's cold that has ended all of my runs. So I'm not sure. Yeah, the the sound alerts aren't working in that I don't hear them. Winquisition. I didn't know they didn't work until now. So it's fun for you, but it doesn't affect me.
Oh, lucky day.
Is that going to be good enough? We'll find out. The answer is no. Fine. This is why we have 75 coal. There we go. Yeah, it's over for Dave's nerves because you guys know I get startled by my my notifications. When someone raids me, I'm like, well, what the hell is that? So, yeah, it will definitely be over. What can we cook? Thank goodness I have my can. Oh, I don't have anything prepared. Anyway, deploy the teas. Okay, teas are entering deployment phase. We arrange them in an aesthetically pleasing fashion. And maybe we break this branch down while we're here. And maybe have a soda for the caloric intake. I've heard rosehip tea is actually quite good. Oh, really? Interesting. I've never had any of these teas. Let's prepare another. What do we got? Rosehips, reishi. We'll do another rosehip. Strat's just sold it for me. Casual minus 51C. That's ridiculous. No, I don't need that. That is ridiculous, Uguru. Someone told me cattails are pretty good too. I refuse to believe that. There's cattails all over the place by my house. Okay, we warmed up nice and quickly. Grab some torches out of this. I keep all the torches when I know I shouldn't. No. Ah! I hate it when that happens. The accidental click costing you a match really annoys me. 25k is a fair deal. Every time I'm driving into the cattails, I pick the urge to stop some. If Abby were here, she would link her video of the guy eating the cattail top. I'm not going to forget my can this time. Do it, Dunn. Eat the cattails from your yard. What could possibly go wrong? The worst it'll do is kill you. No, just pick up the frickin' tea. It might have been a Lestrade video. I don't know. She has a video that she posts of a guy eating the top of the cattail and it, like, explodes in his mouth. Oh, TLD people who are also chefs make a TLD cookbook, like Chef Maria and Long Dark Forever. They're both chefs. Cattails look like fried hot dog on a stick. That's absolutely true. I don't think they taste like it, though. The stalks are edible. That's correct. Long Dark MRE. MRE Steve. Does that guy review MREs? That's pretty cool. I packed a bunch of MREs. One of my weird Navy jobs was packing lifeboats. I should save that story. Not tell it now. Poor guy, it wasn't Les Stroud at the 8th cattail head. Mr. Burb has MREs in his dorm room? That's funny. DVs can pay for it when he gets back from camp. He's eating stuff from World War II. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Pleasant Valley, I don't know everyone else is on about it. Seems quite nice. Seems like a very nice place. Packer wants DH gun mode. Okay. That means my torch goes out. Well, my torch is going to go out anyway. We'll do it. You paid for it. Let's go. Where's the thing? There it is. Alright. Should reload it, though. Here's hoping we find more shells. Alright. Yeah, I didn't police my brass there. Pleasant Valley to mean nuclear winter. He opts for the MRE box instead of the defect meals. Convenience. Yeah. There we go. Some good loot in PV. Good chance you'll find some more. That's what I'm hoping for. Pleasant Valley is merely fooling you. It shall commence the 3-day blizzard. Yes, the reason Pleasant Valley is nice right now is because my situation isn't bad enough. It needs to wait until I'm desperate. Then it will sock me into a house for 3 days with a blizzard. Cabin fever, here we come, yeah. I don't think I've ever lived long enough in the game to get cabin fever. No, I haven't. Alright, hold it, car. Come out with your tires up.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Blizzard Day 12, Dave Stars. Yep. Yep, that'll happen. Alright, bridge freeze. Gotta ask you some questions. Where were you on the night of the 12th? Alright, so we're entering Pleasantville. Very nice area. Good place to bring your kids up. Well known for its local art scene. Mostly paintings of trees and white snow. It is home to the only ATM in all of Bear Island. Yeah, the animals paint with red. Watch out for Molly. Oh, wait, you won't get that one. How do you know what I won't get? Or I might get it. I totally got that joke. Big time. Ha ha! That is funny. I don't get it. It's not the only ATM. I have tested this. This does not explode if you shoot it, unfortunately. Alright, I'm disappointed in this car. What? I thought I had a spray paint. Did I get rid of all my spray paint? Oh no. No, I have one right here. What's your problem? You can't use spray paint in the car? That's outrageous. Outrageous. Fine. And you get the mark of disappointment on the outside. Right there. What? You can't do it on the glass? What on the tire? There we go, on the tire. There we go. You have disappointed me. Cannot use aerosols in a poorly vented area. Oh, yes, I can. I absolutely have. Excuse me. She's already hallucinating. But we're saved. Wait, we're not saved. Oh, so there is an ATM in Milton. You're right. Hey, Katz is here. Hey, Katz. Good to see you. All right. So, oh, here we go. More matches. Sewing kit. A second no, it's tin of sardines. I should have tried sewing with it. That would have been fun. So, Katz, this is what you asked for. I am not in Coastal Highway. I am not in Mystery Lake. I'm in Pleasant Valley. And I will not leave this zone except to go to Timberwolf Mountain. Or I guess Forlorn Muskeg if I decide to forge. I think there's a route between Pleasant Valley and Forlorn. Could be wrong. If only we had a lantern, says Who Guru sarcastically, as I do. Alright. Your vote would be going to Ash Canyon. Yeah, I'm into that, actually. Oh, I didn't open these. I'm into that because I'd like to find the backpack. But it's kind of scary to do that on Interloper. This is my only my third time. I mean, technically it's not Interloper, I guess, because I have the gun. But I only use the gun for comedy. So... Hey, we're saved, guys. We are saved. Or spray paint. You can always go to black. Can you? Ow, I didn't know that. Turn this off, Astrid. It would be a very not fun time. See, that's a way to make Pleasant Valley look good. Go to Black Rock. We're not paying to light the outdoors. That's right. Close the door. Just check my TPS reports.
This will come in handy.
Dave, well fed. Thank you. Thank you, Burb. Have you forged yet, Dave? No, I have not. It's like day 4, though. No, not the deathfish, Dave. What? Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm a Navy man. I can eat sardines. That's not a problem. I remember the first time we went out to sea, all the veterans of the ship quickly broke out all of their cases of sardines to try to make all the new guys sick. And every single one of the new recruits got sick except me, because I don't get seasick. One of my few badass traits. I set the bar of what is badass quite low, but I do not get motion sickness. I like this symbol right here. There we go. That's good. I like that. That's excellent. Thank you. Checked that already. Toilet water. My mother-in-law got seasick on a ship that was in dry dock. I love being on... I slept so well on the ship, Kat. I never slept better. I never slept better. I eat everything. I never worry about it. It'll be fine. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? I also like to live danger. I wish you could play this. It's kind of weird that they like made the asset of a piano. Is this the only place it shows up? I think so. Oh, I forgot the trunk. I want a feat for eating
Think about
250
his
sardine
food.
cans. Six burner stove. Not into it. Too many burners. Astrid might be a little over
I can use
encumbered.
this.
Yeah, you know what would be nice here, Kitchen of Disappointment? A can opener. That's my request. Can opener, please. Yes, that's true. The piano was put in for Koru to play. I'd love to play the piano. Oh, yes, you already know how to play piano. Or you were saying you'd love to play it in the game. So far, it's very disappointing. Anybody tell me when bingo night is? That's a good one. Well, it was a big Zippo in this freaking place. Can't. Oh, we didn't check the uppers. Sometimes I forget the uppers.
Well, this stuff will come in
Whoa, I'm
handy.
glad I checked them. I'm getting the tuna spawn for matches here. This has been great. There's another cabinet. Well, there's this over here. Peaches. Checked all that. Checked these. Checked those. Checked those. Alright, I may drop off some weight here before I check another house. Let's see. I think we're carrying about 75 pounds of water. Let me check on that. Drop like a lot of it. I really didn't do that much before you did it, Astrid. Well, because you're way over, because you're tired. Well, yeah, but it's too early to go to sleep, Astrid. You're just going to have to walk slow. Leaders, when do we switch to leaders? You love to see it. I thought you talked me into it, Cats. Wednesday, 8 p.m. is bingo. See you there. Except in Canada, they play like Bango or something. I guess I'll go to this house. They play metric bingo in Canada. Well, I thought there'd be firewood here. Thank you. Dunn is imagining me giving him advice without me being here. Probably a compliment. Yep. Now I'm just picturing you all day, Cats. Like I'm working in my regular job, and like, oh, I think Cats thinks I should use a cross reference here. You are a kitchen of disappointment. You serve up only sadness. Sadness sandwiches. DH Dunn, not me hauling 60 kilograms of loot Timberwolf through Pleasant Valley all the way to Mystery Lake. Well, see, here's the thing, Uguru. I actually don't mind having Astrid walk really slow, but it bothers me on stream. I think about how boring that must be to watch. And I get more sensitive about it than I think I should. But I do sometimes make decisions that have stream pacing as being one of the drivers. Because I worry about people just getting bored. Like, oh my god. Can't watch this guy walk anymore. Already his banal chatter. Now we have to watch Astrid move 5 miles an hour. Yeah, I need these 300 cattails. You get me, Hooguru. You're right. Every one of those is necessary. I needed those books. How much have you explored Milton, Dunn? My last time in Milton, I did better than mostly. Better than I had before. I found the ravine. I never knew it was there before. But there's still a whole section of Milton I haven't explored. And I'm strongly suspecting that there is a way to get to Hush River Valley from Milton, and I have not found it. So, whenever I'm watching another Long Dark stream and they're about to go to a zone that I don't know how to get to, I stop watching. Because I don't want to find out. Did I find Will's plane? No, I did not. Didn't know there was a Will's plane to find. Which is fine. Not a big deal. There's a piano in the church? We'll know in a minute. We'll know in a minute. Oh, there's gloves back there. But I can't reach over the seat to get them, because that would be insane. Like, you know. How could I? What do we got here? Probably not much. There's one in the Milton church. Yeah, but what about this church? Guess we'll find out. Did I do this house already? I don't think so. Oh my god, this is like mini Milton, Pleasantville. You take forever.
I'll take it.
I have not really played story mode. I played it for a couple hours, and I didn't really understand the game yet, so I didn't really appreciate it, and I stopped. Started playing survival mode. But even that, I didn't play that much until I saw Zach's videos. Then I started understanding how to play. Haha. To the extent I play now. And I didn't go back to story mode. Dunn and pasta are a good mix, so that's good to know. Dunn himself, not a pasta fan, but I'm glad that my inane banter goes with pasta. Side quests and Wintermute are fun, says Koru. You understand how to play? There's nothing suggesting I do. I mean, let's be honest. I've kind of built my brand on not knowing how to play. Dunn, you're not a pasta fan? Yeah, no, I'm not. I lived in Italy for 3 years too. You know, I'm not anti-pasta. I don't want to see it. I'm not anti-pesto. I don't want to see it, you know, expunged from the earth or anything. Dunn is a pile of pasta in a suit. You only made it halfway through episode 2? I made it halfway through episode 1. There's dialogue, gives decent backdrop. Yeah, no, I'm interested in that. Yeah, anti-pasto. All carbs all the time. It's not great compared to other story games. Yeah, I kind of figured that's true, but I'm still interested in it. I think story is as an author, I will tell you, story is very subjective. The same story that one person actively dislikes, another person can find beautiful. And, you know, that's how art works. So once I've played the story, then I can say how I feel about it. Yeah, It's just a different way to enjoy it. Spear. Wow. Sounds interesting. Even before I started writing Hades, and I completely agree with you there, Uguru, Hades' story is amazing and very woven into gameplay. Voice acting in that game is incredible as well.
I think I can use this.
But even before I started publishing, I had come to a place where I would get very upset when I would see someone say, "Oh, that movie sucks. That book's awful. That song is terrible." I very much would prefer people say, you know, I didn't like it. Because everybody has different tastes on stuff. And weirdly, the book that made me feel that way was a book I've never read, which is Twilight. I've never read Twilight, but when Twilight was really popular, it was also very popular to hate Twilight and to talk about how awful it was. Like, this is the worst book ever. And I remember thinking, if people are enjoying it, just let them enjoy it. Like, what does it bother you that someone else is enjoying something? Just, just let people have their thing. Yep, piano. There it is. That was a bit of a rant. My apologies. I don't rant often. Can you tear this down? Nope. I wondered. All right, I'm wondering if I should look at my weight here. This is getting a little ridiculous. Well, I could just crawl my way back. Go to sleep. We'll be fine after that. We need to redeem for a Dunn rant. I only have a few. There's not a lot of subjects I'm passionate about enough to rant in public about them. I feel like ranting should mostly be done in private. You can feel strong enough about stuff you like and dislike, absolutely. The distinction I make is when people have a problem with someone else enjoying something, as long as no one is getting hurt. I think it's different when large franchise fan bases bifurcated, where half the people's enjoyment is anathema to what the other half view as common sense. Sure, I mean, there's plenty of examples of that.
Crazy right now.
But then, one thing that happened for me as I got older is I started to recognize that most of the media wasn't being made with me in mind anymore. And I just had to roll with that. And, I like some stuff that a lot of people don't like, and that's fine. And I like some stuff that it's popular, and that's fine too. I just rather talk about the things that I like rather than the things I don't.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Oh, we forgot about well-fed again. Sorry, Astrid. That's my mistake. Doctor Who fans gatekeeping the ever-loving hell out of things. I don't want to get into a fan war about anything, about any particular subject, but just my own personal view is, like, for example, I have tried Star Trek Discovery. Didn't like it. There's a lot of things I didn't like about Star Trek Discovery. But I don't care if other people like it. Like, that's great. I'm glad that they're getting something out of it. I'm glad that they enjoy it. An editor that I work with, who's a big Star Trek fan, loves Star Trek Discovery. That's awesome. It's like some people like, this kind of music and other people like another kind of music. It doesn't mean either of them is bad, So, Star Trek Discovery is not for me. Okay, that's fine. There's other stuff. And the original Star Trek that I like didn't go anywhere. It's still there. I can still watch it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that subject. I don't like working the controversial side of the street. All right, let's eat so we can sleep. How much are we going to get here? Let's eat the candy bar. And let's go 10. Just enough. We didn't drink enough. And Cats is here. Darn it. So be it.
Could
I
you
just did
trees
something dumb and you
sit
were
down?
here.
I'm gonna eat a tree.
I like to do my dumb things when you're not here. Cats. Alright, what time is it? Alright. One thing we can do is harvest this hat. Cats is super cool in my book. She's amazing. Cats is fantastic. What happened? Nothing. I made all good decisions. That's what happened. I made nothing but sound, excellent choices that you would have completely endorsed. We cannot make a torch because... No, that's the knife. Can't make a torch, we don't have lamp oil. That's right. Let's look at our clothes. Is it light enough to repair anything? Not harvest. God, I always do that. Nope, it's not light enough to do that. Very well. It's kind of a shame you can't craft socks. Seems like you should be able to. Okay, but what else do I got then here? Not much other than these. All we get out of them is leather. Man, Tiny Burb. Dropping dimes on me. Dunn, did I ever read The Postman? I did, by David Brin. I liked it quite a bit. It's okay if other people didn't like it. I liked it. Didn't like the movie. Honestly, I went to sleep without fully drinking once during As the Dead Sleeps, which is so bad. That's seriously to like people said. You're channeling Abby there, Verb. That's some strong Abby energy there. Loved the book, didn't care for the film. That's basically exactly how I felt about it too. I did love the book, but I like David Brin in general. Shoes are fine, so we don't need the leather.
I could eat anything right now.
Can we repair you? Nope, that's right, it's too dark. Fine. I guess I will maybe cook? That doesn't seem like a good choice. Oh, wait a minute. It's down stormy outside. Who would have thunk it? Toilet. Did I get your water? I did. That was another house's toilet I didn't get. So it's light lit over here. Come on. Why can't I work on clothes? I can see. I can see. No, you can't. Can't see. Fine. I don't want to drink one of my teas. So I guess I'm gonna have to make a fire. Which is no terrible idea anyway. Let's see, torch first. Trying to remember. Okay, mega torch has been lit. This looks good. Good to see you, Jim. Thank you so much for coming by. It's great to have you here.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I hope you have an excellent
Find something to
Sunday.
drink.
Dave, remember what you dropped on the floor to drop weight? Oh yeah, water. That's right. Oh well. You know, we'll always need more water. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Put the Astrid. Put the thing away. Put it away. Put like just some sticks in there. Okay. One more stick. One more stick. One stick only, Vasily. Okay, and then we make water. That's my super emergency backup water over there. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, so help me, so help me, I'll die. I love that. Why don't I have it? Oh, I'm using it. That's why. I still don't have a can opener anyway. Man. Okay, well, I can at least let her drink it, though. Or so help me, so help me. That musical trivia game in Snoozy stream last night, that was pretty fun, Koru. I'm way too old though. I didn't know most of the music. But it was pretty fun. Yes, they must have had a lot of fun writing that. I agree.
I need to find food.
Astrid, I don't want to break open one of these cans. Right. That is correct, cats. DP to CH to here. Ratatouille is my favorite Pixar movie. Have to get going. It's awesome to meet you, DH Dunn, and everyone. It was great to meet you, Strats with Squatch. And we hope to see you again. Should we be following you? Do you stream, Strats? Let us know if you do, and we'll deploy the follows. Otherwise, as Snoozy says, have a newt newt. Well, wonder if there's now there is this this thing over here, but you got to break this down to get it. And you know, there's like nothing in there. Okay, just thought I'd check. Congrats, have a good evening. See, they should have hit something. Alright, I don't believe you, Weather. I don't believe that actually is a blizzard. What do you think of that? I feel like The Postman. I would suggest a book by Lucifer's Hammer. I'm pretty sure I've read that. Yes. Not like about like a comet hitting Earth or something. Do you use slobs or OBS? I use OBS. I use the OBS Studio.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Annie to bed. Sleep well, little Annie. Right. Well, you know what, Astrid? Oh, but it's light out now. We can repair our clothes. This is great. Deploy the repairing. Thinking of transitioning to it. Leon Brad is too awesome to pass up. I don't know anything about that, but I'm very happy with OBS. You've been stuck on one book for like 6 months? I mean, that's fine. Guru, there's no pressure to read. Not everybody likes reading either. I also know lots of people who only read if it's a physical book, or they only listen to audiobooks. Comet hits the Earth. Yeah, that's my memory. Yeah. I mean, yes, I assume there's more to it than that. I have trouble with the hard SF, which,
And all I can think about is food.
I think those guys are right. We're not wearing that. Well, we're repairing everything nicely. As a librarian, I try to support all types of reading and consuming media. That's good. I didn't know you were a librarian, Burb. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Prefer some William Gibson. There you go. Cyberpunk. Lately, I don't actually read that much because I'm too busy writing. All right, I just let it go. I'm letting well-fed go. That stupid scarf took 4 tries, yeah. All right, stupid blizzard. Apparently you're not done. Did we check in this built-in? Did we check this office? Yes. Did we put that thing back where it came from? Or so help me? Oh. Alright, I guess I'll just drink a bunch of water. Speaking of Star Trek, I'm curious how Picard Season 3 would be. I didn't care much for 1 and 2. No, I didn't either. I was told with 3 would be a departure from those in a good way. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with Star Trek Picard. On the flip side, I was thrilled with Strange New Worlds and can't recommend it enough. Strange New Worlds was great. As is Lower Decks. I really liked Lower Decks too. I tried to reach... Oh, wow. Frank Herbert's dystopian book about a plague that kills all the women. I read that for school. The White Plague. I had to do a book report on it. And yeah, it was very difficult to read. Okay, cats. Enjoy your lurk. And if anyone needs you, just say cats, cats. What was your theme song? Cats. 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 Was that your theme song? I'm trying to remember. The White Plague. Yeah, the premise was interesting. I mean, I read it when I was like 10, so I don't really know that I remember a lot, but... what else can I do? Do I have a book to read? I think I found a book. Oh, I could repair this. Three cats, 3 cats, 3 cats cuddling, 3 cats. Yes, I got it. It's awesome. Did you make that up on the spot? Because I thought it was pretty good. We each have our own theme songs now. Improv, well done. Well done. Shinomen is an improv. Like, she's gone to improv school and stuff. If you've ever seen Shinomen, the Long Dark streamer. She's part of, like, an official, like, improv troupe in Toronto or something. And a huge Star Trek fan. Like, she's probably the biggest Star Trek fan I have personally interacted with. Phenomenon. 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 Yeah. Yes, that person. I never finished reading them, but my husband recommends I wait till the next one is out. Phenomena. Wow, this is such a huge source of cloth, this place. Realize this. I haven't seen the new Dune yet. I probably will, though. Alright, Blizzard's over. We're leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. I got places to go. There's no chance that the Blizzard will reassert itself. Blizzards don't work that way. Don't leave, Dave. It's a trap. It's a trap. It'll be fine. She's awesome. Such a lovely girl. I love the Star Trek scam stuff. I actually do. Because I love people who aren't afraid to be goofy. You know, I generally try not to be afraid to be goofy. I like that. It's kind of scary, but I really admire her willingness to just go for it. I think she's very funny. And it's a good improv exercise because she's got the wheel and she spins who the two figures are, and then she has to come up with it. And her knowledge of Star Trek is very strong, much more than I have, and I'm not bad. This is sure to work out. We're not on a road to nowhere. Favorite Star Trek series, Dave, without question, is Deep Space Nine. But I feel like Deep Space Nine is the writer's Star Trek show because it's really character focused. I love Next Generation. I love all the Star Trek shows, really. Other than Discovery is the only one I haven't really enjoyed. Picard is just awful for me, but other than those two. Love Lower Decks. Love Strange New Worlds. Love Next Generation, love the original, love Voyager, loved Enterprise. I liked all of them. But Deep Space Nine is definitely my favorite. It's kind of when people don't like Deep Space Nine, I get why. I get why. In the Pale Moonlight, I think it's one of the best episodes of Star Trek ever. And what I like about Deep Space Nine is that how complicated and flawed the characters are, which is very different from, like Picard. Hey, Kirk Stevens, loving the Star Trek talk. I didn't know you were into Star Trek. I guess with Kirk Stevens, maybe I should have known. Good to see you. Kirk, we are playing your code. This was your code. You gave me Dunn-loper, and we are doing it right now. And I'm just lazily running along as if there's no big deal in the world. Done good hanging out with you, TLD fan, for a bit. Stay safe in PV. Thank you, Street Dog. It was so great to have you here. Always, always a pleasure to have you here. What about you, Inquisition? What is your favorite Star Trek show? Big fan. You do fan art as a hobby? That is so cool, Kirk. I used to write fan fiction for Star Trek. I was in a Star Trek writing RPG group where we all had a fictional ship and we all wrote our own character on the ship. And it was part of an ongoing story where everybody writes their own characters. It was quite cool. Or incredibly geeky. It depends on, I guess, your interpretation. I thought it was cool. I think there's going to be cattails down here. I think there's going to be disappointment down here. And that's all.
Wait.
I guess I was wrong when I thought I was right.
Warming up a bit.
It's always a pain. Just a shame, and that's all. Astrid used your eat command. Bravo Fleet? No, but I'm familiar with Bravo Fleet Inquisition. I was part of Azure. It wasn't Azure Fleet. It was something like that. Azuri Fleet? I'd have to go back and look at it. It was like more than 10 years ago. Small community trivia. Shan is actually a wonderful actor who appeared in Star Trek. You're kidding. She was in Star Trek? See if you can figure it out. Attempted Darkest Dungeon earlier today with 2 level 6s and 2 5s. Lost them all, was brutal. And now you know the secret of the Darkest Dungeon. Why it is extra mean. Thank goodness we're warming up. I have come in here where you didn't. You read a bunch of X-Files fanfic, never wrote any, but you did make some goofy videos. Who were your, you lost all 6 of them. A TPK. Wow. Brutal. How about that art design in the first Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, X-Files was a great show. Kind of ahead of its time. I tried watching TNG, but my watch list is a very long thing and I get distracted easily. TNG is not an easy show to get into for modern viewers also. It very much looks like a show from 30 years ago. And the first 2 seasons are quite rough. It takes that show a long time to find itself. Deep Space Nine gets the ground under its feet a little bit faster, but even its first season is not great. I'd be the first one to tell you that. I liked it. Didn't like losing all my hard work. Yup. Modern with me just, no, you shouldn't. Guru, your time is precious. You know, to be honest, even though I would say to you, you have to give it time, I totally respect people who say, no, I don't. I don't have time. You know, if a show isn't good right away, then I guess I'm not going to watch it. That's fine. And it may just be not for you. X-Files is my biggest TV love. It would be the topic I'd probably do a long talk on without preparation. I watched Doctor Who from the 60s. My suspension of disbelief is high. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take that sody.
This'll come in handy.
Really? I don't think it will, Astrid. I've got like 4 of those now. What I could use is a freaking can opener. Oh, am I stuck in the hole? No. Okay, these have nothing. Oh, I see you, dog food. Thought you could get away from me. Wham, right on it. Nice. Now, Cryo tested this on fire because I've tested jumping off there, and you don't get hurt. Did you pick up those crackers from the locker, or are you going mad? I wasn't really paying attention, did I? I was too busy baffling. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't know you could open the truck hood. I guess I never tried. I pity the fool that doesn't ride in the Mr. T truck. That's Mr. T's truck. All right. I think this is a good time for me to take a break. So I'm going to take a break. I will be back in about 10 minutes. And we can continue. I will definitely stream for at least another hour. So if you guys want to hang around, I'd love it if you did, but I understand if you don't. Either way. I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes. I have a new Be Right Back screen that you guys can check out and give me feedback on. And I'll see you in a few. And I'm back. Like I timed that pretty perfectly. Is good. Of course, OBS forgot about the game because, you know, that's what OBS does. I'm glad you like the pics, or the clips, excuse me, Packer. There we go. All right, we're good, we're good. Take a drink. Nope, not open. And yeah, so I'll continue to work on that, but I wanted to have a bit longer Be Right Back screen. The last one was just an annoying loop of music. I didn't really want to do that again. All right, it's getting late, but I'm really cold. Do I want to try to get to farmhouse? I don't 100% know the way. I could sleep in the car. I think that's where my thoughts are leaning. I mean, there's our 600 right there. We drink. Seems like we need more water again. Give me, we have the soda. We're at 0. So, unless I want to melt up some snow, I could sleep. I don't know, though. It's not very, not really late enough. We don't have anything that needs bad repairs. Guess we could repair this a little bit. Or not. Books to read? I don't think I have any books to read. Wait, do I? Wait, I do. I do. I have sewing. Better. What time is it now? Now I think we can sleep. Of course, I wasted I wasted all that food though. Now I need to eat food again. Astrid is bored of sewing. Could you hear her? Oh my god. It is the worst. Alright, this is all the drink I have unless I drink a tea. I'm going to drink one of the rose sips because I want to see how much hydration you get from a tea. That's decent. I didn't know it was that much. Alright, we're just going to sleep. Sleep. Right there. Go 8. Tea, it's what's for drink. Astrid is extremely dramatic. Extremely dramatic, absolutely. Alright, 5 days. Not completely morning yet. What's our torch count?
I'm starving.
Torch count is 7. Astrid, I don't really know that I want to use, I think... Just gonna go. Not that I know how to get there, by the way. Astrid's dramatic and Will is asthmatic. Yeah, not that I know how to get to the farmhouse from here. I kind of don't. I guess I should check around here first. No arrows. Seems lame. Blind wandering in the dark. A sure plan for success. Well, thank you so much for the follow, Huguru, and I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate that. And I hope we see you again. This feels like a great idea. What could go wrong? Yes, okay, fine. What's that over there, though? Hang on, I'll get back in a minute. Is that another barn? Hey, look at this. Ruby. This is my fort. No one can find me in here. This place sucks. Alright, fine, Astrid. Chat bullies Dave into making different decisions. That's true. Dave, easily bullied. No, I don't think I would have stuck with this decision. Oh, I see the bear over there, too. See him? Oh, no, wait. That might be a bushel of... Yeah, that's like a bushel of A or something.
I would drink just about anything right
Aster,
now.
we're going to make some water. That's what we're going to do, okay?
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
You know, you've mentioned it once or twice. This will help me test my theory anyway. Yeah, let's start this fire. Do the arrows spawn at the target on Interloper? Not on this run, they didn't. Oh, okay. They never do, apparently. Okay, I feel a little better now. Alright. We'll give that one of, we've got a couple cedars here. We'll give it one of those. Okay. Calm the torch down. And we will... Nope. Water. What do you mean no cooking pots in inventory? What? I did it again? I left the can again? Sirocco, where were you to tell me? That can't be. How could I have done that again? Apparently, I did it again. Oh my god. Oh boy. There will definitely be something in the farmhouse. Sorry, boss, says Sirocco. That was your job. Foolish Dunn, your can escapes you. Yeah. Can't, and nothing's gonna save my can now. My gun's to 30% too. I don't like that either. Alright, well I can at least have fun. Hang on. Now I'm trusting Cryo. Cryo told me that he tested this. If Astra gets burned, this is not my fault. I need this. Cryo says you don't get burned. Yep, standing right on it. Right on the fire. Nice. Alright, well that was worth it. I guess we might as well cook one of these. 26%, I'm sure it's fine. Is the can named Wilson? Yeah, seriously. Eat it. Take a torch. I didn't warm up the teas either. Take another torch. This is actually a good trick to get in the truck. Even in the dark. In the long dark. Alright, we're just sleeping again. I'm not crossing that field in the dark. We'll take a little damage. It'll be fine. Go ahead, Astrid. Tell us how thirsty you are. We all need to know. I keep thinking I'm crouching. No, I'm just incredibly overburdened. Okay. Off we go. To the farmhouse. Yep, this is fine. Do we know how to get to the farmhouse? Not really. I assume it's over by the farm. We'll just head that way. It's sure to work out. I'm gonna walk in a straight line until I see it, so that if I have to turn back, I can. It's over that way. This doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, I hear that wind. Astrid. Alright, fine, Astrid. Stupid storm. I don't think that was the right way. I'm not sure, though. Hang a right by the wolf. Yeah, okay. This is a non-starter.
My fingers feel numb.
Very well, Pleasant Valley. We'll let you do your thing. Let the baby have its way. There.
It's a goddamn freezing.
Just wait here. I guess I'm drinking the teas. We'll have to make more. Alright, let's wait an hour.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Astrid, you just had something. Honestly. And welcome to the valley. Fine. Have your other tea. Astrid bullies me into doing stuff. You can't have the rest of this food, though. You're gonna have to starve. If we ever get to the farmhouse, we'll see if there's anything good in there. Weather. Alright. She's gonna get cold. I think I gotta roll with that.
Damn, I'm freezing.
I like the visibility right now, so this is gonna help me just see if I can find where I want to go.
Generous bestowal.
Oh, thank you so much for that bit. I'm sorry that you had trouble at work today. I guess we're gonna run over here. Oh, the bear. Okay, we're not going that way. Astrid's completely tired. Dave is too nice to get the joke. Dave, reread it. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to completely ignore it. Hey, Jim Raynor. I appreciate the StarCraft reference, though. I refuse to go back to this barn. I'll die before I go back to it. Fight the bear, you got this. Preps extensive dad joke collection. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's pretty bad. Astrid, hurry up. Fight the wind. You can do this. Where the hell is the farmhouse? I hate that I don't know Pleasant Valley, but that's why I came here. I do not see it. It must be farther out than I thought. Fine, we need better weather than that. Back to the damn barn again. Yeah, TLD cracks knuckles, challenge accepted. Oh no. Okay, that's the target, not the bear. Logically, Dave, where would you see the farmhouse from? A farm? A high hill? An observation tower? Don't worry, I have a plan. It's not a good one. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Okay, here's the plan. Hang on, torch. Torch me, baby. The bear would make for a big target. That's true, I do have the gun. 60%. I thought I had a book. Guess I burned it already. Well, I want those books. Fine, go. Punch the bear till he gives you directions. I thought you were going to die. I changed my mind, Burb. Burb is doing a strong Abby impression tonight. The next time Abby's here, I need to let her know that Burb filled in. All I need is the little the little emote. She even went full caps on me. Yeah, Burb brought the sass tonight.
Perfect.
All right. Cook this. Big Abby energy. And shut that off. Okay, let that finish. Eat it. Okay, and actually, I'm gonna throw a coal in here. Don't at me. I have a reason for this. Not the water. Cook that too. Today's been fun. Thanks for sharing with us, Dave. You're welcome. Always happy to. Okay, you take that. Where are you? We're gonna use you like a T. You guys are the new T's. Same thing here. Have no voice, you can't make me laugh like that. I've got an idea. Tame the bear and ride him into the mainland. I love that idea. Take that. Okay. Take that. Take that. Let's go.
Mouth.
I cut her off in mid-complain. Oh my god, the weather is kicking up again. Okay, where would you see a farmhouse was the question. Oh, Jesus. Alright, turning around. Hey, dude, you know what? What do you think of that? I hit him, too. He ran off. I hit him. He ran off. Will he bleed out? That's right, punk. He probably just ran because he's scared. Okay, this is still my plan. Give me another torch. Look for blood spots. He would have bled out. But because I went inside, now he won't. Check the stats page in a day or two, see if he's dead. That's assuming I'm alive in a day or two. I absolutely hate that I don't know where to go. It's truly cheesing me off. We're picking a direction. Hang on. This is going to warm me back up. Oh yeah, I'm sure it takes him longer to bleed out, you know. Like if I shot him more times, he would bleed out faster. How he swam to the mainland now. We also have no bedroll. What happens to the cans after you eat the food? Normally you get to keep the can if you had a can opener, but if you don't have a can opener, they just get tossed, which seems dumb to me. That's not what I would do in real life, I can tell you that. Yeah, Astrid, I know you're cold. There's just not a lot left I can do. I'm literally burning the candle at both ends here. If we die, we die. If we die, then it's new run hype. The whole point was to come to Pleasant Valley and mix it up. We could move a little faster, though. Oh, good, wolves. Actually, that is kind of good. I'm kind of pleased with the wolf presence. Because they would put wolves around an area I would want to be. That suggests something to me. How will you confront your doom? Alright, there doesn't seem to be Jack around here. I don't know why the wolves are here, but whatever. Please keep moving, Astrid. Is that the farmhouse? I don't know. Sometimes things that I think are farmhouses end up being rocks. That was a bit early. I concede that. Whoa, Astrid.
Starting to feel numb.
Oh my god, she can barely move. Houses of rocks are annoying like stumps and bears. Exactly, yes. Again, not ready. I might stop here to try to warm up. Or I may just go. Cat says that I'm too afraid to lose health. I'll show her. I'll lose all my health. That'll teach her. Oh my god. House is 3 feet away. I don't see a house. I kind of feel like I'm gonna see it here in a second though. Wait, did I turn around? Did I get turned around? Oh, now you guys got me second guessing myself. You turned around. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Where are we going? We're trying to find the farmhouse, Cat. You're heading to the I don't see a house. I did walk between the 2 hay barns. That's accurate. Astrid's in a lot of trouble. But we are committed. Cats, I'm dying. Look at this, I'm dying. Astrid, you are so slow. Oh my god.
I am too tired to think straight.
She's trying her best. Oh no, now I'm not gonna be able to see the house. Quick, get over the hill. Oh no. I probably won't be able to see the house now. And I don't know where it is without seeing it. This is fine. This is fine. Typical unpleasant valley weather. You are correct, Fox Fair. I know, Mega Torch. Well, we either find it or we don't. Welcome into the madness.
Trees. I'm gonna eat a tree.
I will probably walk right by it. Whoops, stop moving. She's about to run out of thirst, too. I put it on auto walk. Hope for the best. It says farmstead. We're looking. I can't run. Dunn, close your eyes and use the force. said no map hints. Nope, that's true. No map hints. I won't learn nothing. I do have a stim. Sad music, yeah. It'll be there somewhere. You know, you'd say I couldn't find the broadside of a barn. Still seeing all these little trees. I thought you might say that to me if I brought up the stem cats. Oh, the wind got even more fierce. But this branch... You saw the silo? I didn't see it. We're dying, cats. We're dying. I'm a little turned around from all the zigzagging, yeah. Well, I got worried I went by it. Super not dying. Maybe it's over this hill. Maybe. This isn't looking good. This looks like nothing.
I need some water.
Yeah, you got all kinds of problems, Astrid. I see some trees. None of that is a house. Can we snow shelter till morning? We might be able to, actually.
I could need a horse.
What do you think about that? Yeah, if I take 45 minutes to make it. Whee! Haha, I have everything. Eat the soup. Come on, let's just clean it out. Clean it out. Oh no, it's not warm? Oh no, it's not warm? Nope, it's not warm. The bedroll might be though. We better hope. I'm gonna say no. Based on what you guys taught me, this means it will not be warm. I'm less cold in here. You're up against the wall of the road, that's true. Can you crouch and build a fire? I do have coal. That's true. And I got plenty of matches. I thought I had a windbreak there. Yeah. Just go. Still going to go down at the same rate because the other three are broken?
Come on, little fire.
Fine. Torch first. Oh yeah, the accelerant. I forgot I had that. I mean, this seems like a good time to use it. Can you make a fire, please? Oh, we don't have our windbreak anymore. Nope.
I could eat a horse.
Wind must have changed direction.
Seem like, 'cause I love horses.
Go over against this side. Yeah. There we go. Put it close to the shelter so you can sleep, damn it. Alright, we'll leave that one there.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Ooh, that's a good one. Except, are we windbreaked here? Would the symbol be on the screen right now if it's a windbreak?
Come on, little fire.
Oh, no, it is. It is. Okay, hey. Hey. Okay, we are warming up. Let that run for a good period there. Only do it an hour for time in case it blows out again. Okay, I didn't think of that. 1 to 2 hours. I thought I was supposed to go sleep. Okay, now I am supposed to go sleep. Don't walk on it. I didn't, thank goodness. Yeah, we're still warming up. Nice. Sleep for 1 hour. Why do you keep adding stuff to it? Because I panic, cats. I get excited. I don't make good decisions. Alright, we will sleep for another hour. Or should I go out and check on it? Now hydrate. I don't have any water. Now, I could have, like, melted water, but I don't have a can. So, no. No cans. I left my can at the community center, so... I don't have that. Alright, sleep for another hour? Still going. Wait, I'm passing time. You're done for. It's over, man. Could be. It could be. This frickin' blizzard won't go away, and my fire went out. Yep, fire's gone. Can I remake it over here? No. Well, I guess we'll go looking. Wait, is this the wrong side of the road? I probably shouldn't go looking. We can sprint, though.
Jesus,
yeah, but I don't even know which way to
cold.
go. Go hide back in the snow shelter. I would use the stim if you know which direction to go. Yes, but I don't. I don't know which direction to go. Is the farmhouse in a forest? No, it is not. You're asking me a question. You know the answer. You're
God,
trying to
I
help
did
me
anything
get the
right about
answer.
now.
Fine. At this point, any shelter will do. Well, I was in one. It's not in the forest, which means it's this way. Yep, we're back here.
Oh, so cold.
Alright, we're doing it. No, I did it now.
Need water.
This is actually not helping. This is making it harder. But, what is this? It's a frickin' rock. I thought it was the damn house. Yeah. Verb knew it was a rock. Wait, the silo. The silo, you can see the silo. You can see the house from the silo. Where did the silo go? Oh my god.
Damn it. So hungry.
I do not deserve to be alive. Alright.
I am too tired to think straight.
Hey, a can opener. Too bad I'm out of food. Hey, a cooking pot. Alright, hang on. We put you there. Check the cabinets thoroughly. Absolutely. First, I just want to get water going right now. Oh, I don't have any, I don't have any fuel. Hang on. What am I doing? What am I doing? My brain stopped working. I need to, like, get a torch. Oh, toilet. I didn't think of that. That's a good point. That's a good point. Forget that. Go for the toilet. Where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Right over here. It's empty. No, it's not. Thought it was empty. I forgot what was for drink. There you go. Infinite torch going full blast. This is fine. This is fine. Turn that off. Look for some food. There's peaches. I can actually, yeah. Cass is so done with me at this point. Oh boy. I don't mean to be disappointing. There's a bottle on the counter by the power outlet. Is there?
Come on, little fire.
I'll go look.
That
Community grows.
Defiant Charles, thank you so much for the follow. A little bit of water, a little bit of peaches, and you're good. Thank you very much for the follow, Defiant Charles. I cannot start this fire.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Okay. That, just because that's all the fuel I have.
I'll take it.
Yeah, make the peaches, please. Cook. Go. Music stream, you two got stung for every single song. Ugh. Why didn't you make it in the pot? I guess because I didn't tell you to. It's fair. Bottle of something. Ooh. Maple syrup. We checked this already. That sucks, Koru. I'm sorry. I get copyright striked on every single video I post to YouTube, despite the fact that I put the it's all royalty-free music and I put the correct stuff in the link. They still hit me every time. Alright. Search the rest of this later. Here's what I want to do. Eat this. Take that. Take that. Take it. Give me that. Let's go upstairs. Search the house in the morning. Back to Zero Harab heals. Don't burn your peaches. This isn't the bedroom. Oh my god, that's so noisy. Can you imagine trying to sleep with this racket? No, I need more calories. Yep. I need the big sleep. Ten, go. I don't know, Dunn. You think Astrid should sleep on a rock? I just think she should be able to sleep on a rock. That's all. I mean, if I had the option between a bed and a rock, I'm going to sleep on a bed. But if I have the option between dying and sleeping on a rock, I'm going to sleep on a rock.
Starving.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I performed particularly well there. I think I got lucky. And I had a lot of help from you guys. I don't think I would have made many of those decisions on my own. I appreciate the coaching. I can be a frustrating person to coach. Okay. You need to do that, Lantern. I know you're about to lose your mojo. You don't need to do that though. Thank you so much for coming out, Teach. I appreciate you being here.
I wonder if the owner's around.
Okay, I don't want everyone to have a conniption if I use the hello. If I use the fireplace, so I'll go back to the stove again. You can't throw the lantern, unfortunately. We'll just let it burn out over there. Oh, no tinder. Okay, great. Okay, great. No tinder. Sure, we can craft some. Nope, we can't. Okay, we can if we get rid of a stick or a torch, like this one. Basement bad. Oh, I forgot about the basement. I forgot about the basement altogether. Can I have a torch, please? Or, excuse me, tinder, please? Hang in there, torch. Alright, you're doing a good job, torch. Wait, is it light now? Do I need this? It's basically light, right? Yeah. I forgot about the basement. What did I nabby? Oh, the torch and the tinder. Alright, I'm gonna go right to it. There we go. Right to the spray paint. That's what I was down here for. Oh, damn it. The bear lives in the basement. Can you imagine?
Hope
Hi
nobody
there.
needs this anymore.
I guess where we all saw death, Dave saw opportunity. No, Dave just got lucky. Really, really lucky. Now the question is, would I have found it without the stim? I don't know. I need cats to weigh in on that. Dave has used 15 matches this stream. The horror. You know, you guys are particularly sassy today, I have to say. Damn it! Put the frickin' torch away, Astrid. Where's Abby when I need her? Need some moral support. Not feeling my cheering section, I'm feeling my jeering section. Thank you. Thank you, my good friend. RT Wit Thee. Which, that was hard for me to see because of the dark blue. Shoes. Did I get shoes? Did I pick up shoes? Did I? Hey, I did. Nice. Absolutely, we're going to wear those. No one wants to go out and dress shoes? Hey, we'll get rid of those things. We're all filling in for Abby. Ripped my voice. You laughed so hard. I think you should only use your stim if the health is at 1%. But at that point, I'm dead. Like, I won't be able to use the extra time effectively. I need the extra buffer. I figure anytime under 75%, that's dim zone. I'm kidding. I don't believe 75%. I think, for me, the threshold on stim is... Ooh. Hello. Hype. I think it was worth to use it this time because you needed to run to make enough progress to the farmhouse. It actually made it harder to find the farmhouse.
Our community grows.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow, RT Witch Z. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your lurking. And everybody who's out there lurking, I appreciate you guys too very much. I don't know why you're watching this, but I guess you like what you're seeing. So that's good because I'm pretty much guaranteed to do more of this.
I'm gonna need to
You're
eat
doing
some.
great, Dave. We feel you're at the level now where we can tease you more. Getting good at this Loper nonsense. I am not doing great. But thank you. My neck sucks. I'll change it eventually. It's cool to see the struggle. Well, tune in daily for struggles. That's pretty much my part and parcel. We watch because we connect all the mistakes that you and us make. See, if you watch me play Darkest Dungeon, though, then, you know, the foot is on the other shoe there. Yeah, I know what I said. I stand by it. Flat hat. By the way, I redeemed DH gun mode when you found the ammo, but it got buried. All right, DH gun mode activated. Get the gun out. There we go. Get this. Whoa, whoa! I'm playing the intro. Damn it! Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Watching Dunn on 2 devices at once, it's double the Dunn. Double the fun. Ooh, firewood. There we go. Pull the rubber cock, wrong lever. The good reference. All right. I think for DH gun rules, I think I have to loot with it. Irresponsible for 2 Dunn viewers. Nice. Or 2 Dunn views. Yeah, absolutely. A very good movie. You felt you got your money's worth out of that. Okay, that's good. Oh, you can't find a knife. That's right. You have to forge one. So I'm thinking of going to Skeeter's. What are people's opinions on that? I forget the sewing kit. And groovy up here. We're almost out of food again, because I'd like to get to the plane crash. What day is it? It's Christmas Day, sir. No, what day is it? It is day 6 or day 8. I guess I've been alive 6 days, but it's day 8. You know where the plane is from Skeeters, right? I do. But I don't know how to get to Skeeters from here. I have a theory, though. I have a general idea. It depends on the weather outside. If the weather outside is frightful, then my route will not be delightful. But if I know the way to go, then let it snow. Did the bear die? Ooh, that's a good question, Saru. Did the bear die? Bears killed one. It did die. The bear is dead. But that was so far away from here at this point. Okay, so I think it's like this way. Yeah, it's like across a river. You could search for the bear, or could you use this clear day? I'm using the clear day. Hey, Graham, dude. I ain't got time for you. You flew too close to the sun. Hey, whoa, what match? No. I have been out unfairly expunged. You got your finger on it. Match. I don't care if I get cold. Now, I don't want to sprint too much, though, because there's a rope I think I need to climb. But this may not even be the right way to go. I'm very confident there's water involved. This does not look correct. Me. There is a way up without a rope. Yeah, I think I knew that.
Soon.
You might want to reload. Dunn, can I just tell you that I've never climbed that rope? Well, thank you for that. I climb it every day. Yeah, I have gone up there once, I think the side way. Triple the Dunn. I've gone up there the side way, I think, once. So it depends on if I find my way there at all. Oh, in real life you climb it. Alright, well then I'm confused.
Need something to eat.
Alright, I don't want you to be taking like 2 different things going wrong at the same time. Eat this 17% candy bar. Yeah, you lost me on that one, Cats. I'm sorry. Thank you for contributing to Winter Mute, Kirk Steven. I appreciate that. Bunny Nemesis. Dirty celery is your friend. Yet again, but this is why this is what you wanted, Cats. This is the madness you wanted. You wanted Dave in a place where he has no idea where he's going or what he's doing.
I'm starving.
Okay, this is what I wanted. Okay, I am going the right way. Thank you, Astrid. 5 Dunns at watch. What are you doing? Devious. Are you like stealing people's phones and like putting me on them? Is it polite to reload without picking up the casings? I know you're supposed to police your brass. I'm just not going to. There's so little chance that I'm going to end up figuring out how to make new bullets on this run. I've been to Bleak Inlet, but I don't know how to use the bullet making machine there. So, okay, there's the rope. But I'm not going to take the rope, or I am going to take the rope. I think I'm not going to take it. I think I'm going to come up the side. Not with that attitude. I don't know. What? Now I don't know what that's in response to. Hello, little house. Devious is doing some kind of ritual. Yeah, I'm a little worried about it. Cats, all I ever want to do is make you proud. You know that. You're not going to figure out the gun stuff with that attitude. I suppose that's true. Look at this. Oh my god, I better stim though.
I could eat anything.
Wait. Hang on. Gotta do this correctly. Alright, backpack. You better not disappoint me. Damn it. Oh, I warned you. Serves you right. Devious, what are you doing? I think maybe Devious might be opening multiple tabs on his computer. This isn't going to be better than this, is it? No, I don't think so. Do I want to sleep here for a bit and warm up? I kind of think I do. Did I see something under there? Oh. Except for the whole food situation. Well, I mean, I got chips. Did you not want the tools? I don't know. I got so much weight on me already. By the way, okay, I did bring the cooking pot. I really thought I had left it. I thought I had left it. If I sleep for 3 hours, man, then I can just boogie up the rope. Forget the drama. It's fine. We have chips. That's right. Just like real life. Boogie up the rope. Let's go.
God, I'm starving.
Astrid, a veritable cornucopia awaits you. You have no idea of the wonders you will soon partake in. Ooh, mushroom. Soon you'll be cucumbered. Well, she is cucumbered already. Not even that cold. I feel like if you can drink these, you should be able to eat them. There will be... Hey, it's Owl Nuggets! Yay! Can we give Nuggets a shout out, please? Owl Nuggets is here. What do you mean too encumbered to climb? Oh, I freaking forgot it worked that way. Damn it, damn it, damn it. The hell with it. I'm not leaving my crap. It's more important to me to have all my crap. I'm gonna get more crap just to spite you, stupid game. You don't want me to have stuff? I'm gonna have even more stuff. Yeah, you can put the gun away. Crap is life. So good to see you, Owl. How have you been? You know. It's going. It's been pretty dramatic. Not happy with my condition level, although apparently this should be nothing to worry about. A lot of water, too. Health's looking a bit rough. Yes, it is. I'm out of stims. I'm out of food. But I'm headed somewhere where maybe I can get more. I went to Pleasant Valley because I've been spending too much time in zones I know. Specifically Mystery Lake and Coastal Highway, and it got boring, I think, for everybody to just see me go through the same places all the time. I hear you, Wind, and I don't appreciate you. I hear you picking up. This isn't what I wanted. Is it? It might be. I guess I can run now. I'm not going up the rope anymore. If this ends in a dead end, I'm going to be cheesed off.
I think my stomach is eating itself.
That's probably accurate, Astrid. No, I think I'm doing the right things here. Let's not auto-walk across the tree. I forgot what this was called for a minute. This is a tree. Educational. Do I know where the bunker is? I know the space capsule. Not sure if that's what you're referring to. There's a space capsule near the rope climb to Timberwolf Mountain. You can see it sticking out of the ground. Pretty cool. Not everybody's found that. It's kind of a rare location. Kind of like the Secret Feather in Mystery Lake.
Sure getting cold.
I'm not going back for that one. Please tell me I picked up my hacksaw. The space capsule. If you haven't been, you should check it out. Pretty cool. This is fine. This is not a problem. I'd take this if I felt like I could. Oh, I forgot. We're going off the back way. We're going to get to the plane crash first. I don't really want to get to the plane crash first. I want to get to the little hideaway first. I will come back to this. Maybe grab some food on the way. Gotta be something in here, right? Oh, wait, it's over here. It's over here. Oh, except the airplane food isn't in Interloper. That's right.
I think I can use this.
That deer carcass is looking tastier by the minute. Hang on. Eat this. There you go.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Nothing else in here. We will come back for this stuff. Hello? Hello, food? Must be a no meal flight. What's the deal with the airline food? Can you get out of my way, please?
This'll come in handy.
Nothing but vests. It was an entire flight of vests. Waiting the punchline. I know. Alright, I know that little place is around here somewhere. I've been here twice. Was that a Seinfeld impression? Yes, it was. It was not a good one. We'll get there. Wasn't that it on the left? I don't think so. No. I think it's over here. My memory says it's over here. I uploaded a video and the thumbnail is me imitating the emotes, and I'm keeping it that way. I was bored in the PB farmhouse. I took all the curtains and towels, and now I have 90 cloth. That reference went over my head, just like the plane. That's not even a Seinfeld anymore. That's just nothing. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? My God, what have I done? Well, it ain't this one. Is it? It might be, actually. Yep, it is this one. Give me this. I bet it has no fireplace. But at least it's warm. Now, we don't have a bedroll. So there is that. Hey, if nothing else.
Could end up being useful.
The only part that's important. We're triple gunned. Oh my God. I love that emote, that the AV emote. That's one of my favorites. It's Dunn-loper, which means it's Loper but with the revolver.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, Astrid, I don't really know what to tell you. I forgot about the no bedroll thing. A lot of firewood, though. Let's leave a mark on this place. We'll do the pill. There we go. Now, can I do another one and rotate it? Like, can I do one on top of the other one? You do this, and then, like... No, they won't let you. They're so mean. Like, what if I did that? And then... I know they're like, you're like, Dave, you're dying. Yeah, but, you know. But spray paint. You put, oh, look at this! That's... I'm very happy with that. That pleases me. Okay. I bet this is going to magically turn into a 500-day run. Oh, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, I suppose. All right. Well, here's a problem. She needs to sleep. Our only way to sleep is shelters. I already had a hacksaw. I don't know why I was excited to find another one. The only way she can sleep is shelters. The rescue team finds Astra's body is going to puzzle for years about the meaning of the cryptic spray paint. No bedroll. Nuggets. I don't have a bedroll. I have 3 guns. Okay? My priorities are correct. We have chips. We have water. We have 2 pry bars. I'm going to carry all 3 guns. Yeah. I assume that question was rhetorical. I'm dropping my extra shoes, though. We're making the important decisions here. They're all low condition, too. Oh, my God. You just drop that. We're never going to use those. Harvest these. I see a snow fort in my future. If I don't sleep, I'll have a really long map. There are 3 nearby beds, says Winquisition. Well, there's the farmhouse. I thought there was one here, but there apparently is. There's the dude's house. That's true. We could do that. We could go sleep there. The crazy guy. Draft dodger. With 3 low condition guns, I basically have 1 good condition gun. That's correct. You were just at a cabin with a bed, too. Yes, I know. Now that you reminded me. But I'm really a move forward kind of guy. I don't like to go back to where I've already been. If you read my books, that's very true. All of my books are like A to B books. Is there any oil left in this thing? I don't think so. No. Can you harvest it when there's no oil left in it? I should just drop it. I don't need it. Yeah, drop this thing. There we go. You can't go down a rope overburden, can you? The crazy guy lives in Coastal Highway. That's correct. Just make sure to choose a gun for you, wear it down or something. Otherwise, Astra will always equip the one that is in the best condition, and they'll all slowly wear down until they break. Yeah, so I can't leave down the rope. Can't get out. Can't get out. I don't know where I am. Oh, I do know where I am. You can't climb down overburdened. You can't climb down overburdened. That's true. I don't know where it is, though. I need the rope climb for, like, a sense of direction. There it is. I don't know, though. The weather's so bad. I'm kind of nervous about being out in this low condition. Dunn, you're killing me right now. You can fall down overburdened. Yeah, I know. Feel like this is the wrong call, so I'm headed back. We'll figure something out. She might have been able to express her vexation over the theurgic mechanisms that controlled her limbs. That is pills, probably. Astra, just run into the wind. Come on. This is about to get ugly. No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. Is anything good? No. Can you go up this? No. Here, grab that. You need more weight. Grab these two. Alright, let's go back in.
I can't feel my feet.
It's ugly now. It's not ugly, it's fine. See, I'm gonna let her eat something. She doesn't even have any problems. So, I think this is a good place to leave it, personally. I think this is good. This could go either way. No bedroll. But we have 3 guns, so, you know. There's some pluses and minuses in the situation. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about this. So I think we will continue this tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope everyone had a good time tonight. Sure, I'll go into DH gun mode again. And I hope everyone had a good time. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody putting up with my bad decisions and leaving cans laying around and just being scatterbrained and absent-minded. And thank you, RT WitchZ, for the follow. Thank you, Defiant Charles, for the follow. Thank you, Guru5, for the follow. Thank you, Coolblade1975, for the follow. Strats with Squatch for the follow. Coolblade with the raid. LD with the 5 gifted subs. You guys are just so amazing to me every night. I can't thank you all enough. A lot of times I don't know why you're here. I really don't. But I hope you have a good time with whatever this is. And let me switch to chat here. I really, really appreciate you guys very, very much. You guys all make me very happy. So if I'm doing the reverse, if I'm playing Uno reverse card on that, then that's awesome. That's going to do it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a good Sunday.